Hello everyone, I am back with the next chapter of class 6 history, and here we have chapter number 2, from hunting gathering to growing food. And now this chapter also begins with a huge question, just like the previous one, that as we already know that in the past there was no transport system like today, like planes, trains, buses, etc. Then how people of that time managed to move from one place to another? Or did they just spend their whole life in a single place wherever they born? The answer is not quite. We have already talked in the previous chapter that traveling in that time was not easy though, but never impossible. So the real question here arises, how they traveled from place to place. So let's read further and ponder this question. And that's how we come to our first point. The earliest people, why were they on the move? And this thing is also asking the same question. So let's find out why were people traveling and how. Okay, and there are several reasons in our textbook for the same point, and we are going to cover one by one. The first reason can be, if they had stayed at one place for a long time, they would have eaten up all the available plants and animal resources. Therefore, they would have had to go elsewhere in search of food. Simply saying, they ended up eating all the resources they can find in a place if they had stayed there for long duration. Okay, now coming to our second reason, animal move from place to place, either in search of smaller prey, or in the case of deer and wild cattle, in search of grass and leaves. That is why those who hunted them had to follow their movements. Okay, simplifying it, as we know they used to hunt animals also, so they have had to follow their movements too. If an animal is searching for prey or grass, obviously it will move, and if you want to catch it for hunting, you will also move. And our third reason can be, plants and trees bear fruits in different seasons. Okay, so people have moved from season to season in search of different kind of plants. Okay, and we all know that different plants and trees bear fruits in different seasons, just like mango ripes in the summer season. Okay, so people may have moved in different seasons in search of fruit bearing plants and trees. That was our third reason, and the fourth and the final reason can be, people, plants and animals, we all need water to survive, and water is found in lakes, streams and rivers. In that time, while many rivers and lakes are perennial, the meaning of perennial is with water throughout the year. Means if a river is said to be perennial, then it will have water throughout the whole year. So that's how a river will be perennial. Now I was talking about, while many rivers and lakes are perennial, others are seasonal, and people living on their banks would have had to go in search of water during the dry seasons, which are winter and summer seasons. Now simplifying it, we all live and stay on water, we all know that, and in that time water was found in lakes, streams and rivers. And if the river or lake or stream is not perennial, then it will get dry in the dry seasons, which are winter and summer season. Then people have to move from that place because they don't have water anymore. So that was all the reasons of why people were traveling in that time. Now let's talk about, how do we know about these people. This is our second topic, this is our second point. So let's talk about, and again it is asking about, let's read again the topic. How do we know about these people? What it is asking? It is asking about the sources by which we get to know about these people. And while talking of sources, some of the things that had been made and used by hunters and gatherers have been found by archaeologists, and these things are kind of tools made by stones, woods or bones. And these tools were very useful actually for hunting and gathering purposes. They used it to cut meat and bone, and they used it to scrape scrap bark of the trees and skins of animals to make hides for themselves, and also to chop fruits and all. And sometimes they attached it to the handles of bones and wood to make it spears and arrows. Sometimes uh, they used to cut trees for firewood. So that's how they were very useful, and these are the sources that we found and by which we get to know about these people. So these were two topics discussed in this video. We will discuss more in the coming videos of this chapter. So stay tuned for that, and till then, take care, goodbye, and Jai Hind.